Hello everyone and welcome to the first round of the Virtual Formula Championship in the new year 2026, and as you can see we are in Melbourne, which is the usual start for a season. And as you can see we have new car models, we have F1 2017 cars and new engine sounds, which are not the best one. Because of the engines we have it now much more easier to brake while we are regaining energy for our curve system or push pass system. And yeah, you can see now the quali, me on pole, Sven on P3, which is basically the perfect start for us. We agreed to have a better car in the first stages of the season, so we went pretty aggressive with our development route. But yeah, as you see, it's paying off at the moment, and we will see in the later stages of the season how this will go. On the quad laps itself, I hit nearly a perfect lap while Sven was struggling a bit with understeer and also not pushing as hard. And you see, especially in Sector 1 and Sector 2, he did have some moments where understeer were a big issue for him, but still P3 is a really good position. And now through the final few corners, through this on the straight, and yeah, for me it was basically a perfect lap, and for Sven it was a bit messy, but it's alright. P1 and P3 good starting positions for the race, which we are switching now to. And right next to us there's Fabian Zirsik and the two Vega guys in P4 and P5, so we had strong competitions, but yeah, the red lights are going on. It's lights out and away we go. I get a good start, Sven get a good start. And a bit of slipstream. I closed on a bit to Fabian to give more open on the outside of Sven so he can go through. And as you saw, Zirsik just hit Sven on the rear right, which was his fault. Luckily, Sven didn't spin around and he didn't have any issues or damage with it. And yeah, now we are leading P1 and P2, the doom scenario for us, which will be probably difficult for the later stages of the race. And now with the two Vega cars behind, we had strong competitions behind because the Vegas are so fast in the race trim. Especially Tom was on it on the race day. He had superior tire wear. We were faster in the race, but because of his superior tire wear, he was able to kind of match us in terms of race pace, which will be very interesting in the next few rounds. And yeah, we are nearly finishing lap 1 already. As you can see, this track is so short to the final 2 corners. And later in lap 1 there's so much stuff happening. We will switch to that very soon. As you can see now with Ivan Tran, Sims Wag driver since last year, who has got a few points, goes for a ridiculous dive bomb. And yeah, he made the move, but he needs to let him go, and he now loses the car and loses its front wing and has suspension damage. But he could continue, his engine is still running, but he just decided to stop the car on track for whatever reason, and that caused a safety car. And later in the safety car period, Fabian Zirsik, Horizon driver, who was one of the favorites for the race win, just looked on something else and didn't see Ivan just standing there and just completely smashing into him and destroying his race. Probably the biggest mistake or biggest disappointment of the race, because Fabian Zirsik is one of the best drivers in VFC. He proved it in 2024 when he was driving with blue horns. He would have won the championship if he didn't had a baby. But family and so on is of course more important than sim race. So you see in the safety car we somehow, me and Sven doing it brilliantly, doing everything right nearly, having a 1 second gap to Tom Oilmeng and Mick Machine, the two bigger drivers. And we are now into that fight. Yeah, from that point it wasn't that interesting till lap 15, 16, 17. We were just controlling the race, so Sven needed to defend from Tom as he started with tire wear. As you can see here, Tom was always like 7 tenths, 5 tenths or closer to Sven. So Sven needed to defend as his tires were just worn and not in a great state. Tom with curves and slipstream not trying to go for overtakes. Sven defends it well. And Tom tries to switch back in, but it doesn't work out. Sven knew from this point on, yeah, my tires are gone. He needs to pit, and the first pit stop for us, and me losing the car in the pit lane entry, and yeah. Now, fast forwards, we don't need to see the whole pit stop bit. He switches to the medium. The medium tire, Sven said the medium tire is the best tire, which I can only disagree on. When I switched to the medium tire, it felt horrible. It wasn't fast, it felt like under steer mania, but yeah. In the end, you are always smarter if you have done the race. I haven't done much practice on the medium tire, so it was my own fault. Now Sven on lap 17 is overtaking Tim Howe on the outside, and Tim knows exactly that he doesn't need to defend this as Sven is with fresh tires, and he needs to hope that Tom doesn't overcut him, but that's very unrealistic because undercut is so powerful here, and with the medium tires and the car, and with Sven this is easily doable. Lap 18 he passes, I think it was Chris Kitzoff in the monster in turn 1, and then he was basically again back in his normal position, at least with the pit stop behind as everyone else needed to pit it. Now lap 18 I could do 2 more laps than Sven. My timer was a bit better, but my fuel consumption was very high. I didn't know why, but my fuel consumption was higher than everyone else, which will cause problems at the later stages. And yeah, at 19 I am now in P2. Milko didn't pit. Milko did 20 laps on the super soft, which is insane. But Milko is well known for his great tire saving. Onto lap 23, we see Marcus Leonard of the Aero Racing, which have a brilliant livery, and he just crashes into the wall, loses the car on the exit, and now he wants to try to bring it back, but he takes this corner way too fast and his car doesn't turn anymore because of no front wing, and he crashes into the wall again, and now he is just wall riding, trying to bring the car back home, but as we can see in a few moments he just slows it down. I don't know, I didn't know if the engine broke or something, but it didn't. And he just decided to stop it on track, and this caused another safety car. Fast it went, I needed to pit, Sven couldn't pit as I pitted, and Sven lost huge amount of places. He's now P10, I'm still P1, and as you can probably see, I needed to short shift extremely because it was very tight on fuel, and we only have a 75 liters tank, not a 90 liters tank, and this nearly costed us everything. So I needed to save huge amounts of fuel. Sven was better on fuel consumption, so he didn't need to save as much as I did. But it's overall, it was a huge struggle for me, and I thought, this would maybe cost us the race win, as I needed to save so much fuel. I saved about like 5 or 6 liters in the stint just to get over. And now we see Sven against Jörn and Chris Kitzoff. Chris Kitzoff on the super soft, Jörn on the medium, and Sven goes on the inside for as we see in the background, Jonas Corrada is just spinning around and loses its front wing, which is very sad. He drove a brilliant debut for SVL. And onto lap 30, Sven goes for more overtaking. as he needs to recover from P10 to get as many points as possible for the team championship. And in front of him is Jan Malaika, who is returning after 4 years. I think his last time he was in the VFC driving was in 2021 or 2022. I think 2022 Singapore with rewards. And yeah, Sven pushes him a little bit wide, but it was all fair and square and made the pass. Now to left 31, I still need to save so much fuel, and now Tom has a brilliant chance to overtake me. He uses the slipstream, uses P2B for first, and he goes on the outside. He tries to stick it on the outside, I go with it. But yeah, Tom was very careful and had great awareness that I was still there. And now he basically tries the same with Sven. I did the same with Sven. Great defending. And after that I could pull off a bit of a gap as I had saved enough fuel onto that 33. Though Sven is against Falcon 9, which should be also a relatively easy move, as Falcon 9 was on the mediums as well, and the race pace of the Falcon wasn't that impressive for the fact that they had one of the best cars. But they got pretty good amounts of points in that race, which is good for the championship fight for the lane of the season. Lap 37, Sven overtakes Tim pretty much at the same place at the same time, and Sven is now up to P5, so he gets 5 positions in less than 10 laps, which is pretty good. In front of him is Bastian Peister, who was on the soft or super soft, I don't remember anymore, but we knew he had still to pit. And as he goes into the pit lane, Sven moves up to P4, which is a brilliant recovery considering the fact he had to do so many overtakes on the last lap. I go out of the final corner and I win the first race of the VFC Championship as a reserve driver. I am not the actual primary driver. As you can see in the race result, Mirko Mancini got a 20 seconds penalty for crossing the pit lane entry, which resulted into Sven's podium, and this was the fast forward championship standings. We are leading by 7 points, which is brilliant, and as you can see, the next race is in Malaysia on the 1st of March, which is a brilliant track, and I'm so excited to see what we can do there. Vega got huge updates, Horizon got updates, so it will be definitely much harder for us to get the win, but we will try everything to get another 2 top podiums. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any feedback, write it in the comments, DM me or whatever, because this is the first time since I don't know when I did this type of videos. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.